Namaste. Brother Taki here. Buddhists believe that existence is circular, the Bhava Chakra, that life is cyclical, a wheel, the wheel of existence. You are born, you live, you die, and are reborn until one can achieve enlightenment and step off of that wheel. Unfortunately, the Conservatives, with the appointment of David Cameroon as Foreign Secretary, some 13 and a half years after he made it into the PM slot, rather shows that they are firmly stuck on the wheel. In fact, one might perhaps call it the hamster wheel of life as far as they're concerned. It caused quite a bit of consternation when it was announced that David Cameron was going to be Foreign Secretary, because of course David Cameron is no longer an elected MP. A seat therefore was found with unseemly haste for him as a baron in the House of Lords. Now, historically, this is perhaps less unusual, though in recent times it is quite extraordinary. Lord Carrington, for example, raised eyebrows when he was made Foreign Secretary in Margaret Thatcher's first government. Carrington, a far better statesman than David Cameron, was of course obliged to fall on his sword for perceived failings in the Foreign Office after Argentina invaded the Falklands in 1982. Cameron, so far as I could see, brings very little to the role, apart from perhaps a degree of urbanity, a slightly out-of-date contacts book, perhaps a little bit of confidence on the world stage, and that public school self-confidence which exudes out of every pore, even if there's no justification in it by his abilities. Don't get too bitter, Taki. Nevertheless, he is there now. A seat has been found for him. He is the Foreign Secretary. What that will mean for Britain, I don't know. It may possibly mean that an election may be delayed until October next year, even though perhaps most Britain would perhaps prefer it to be somewhat earlier than that. There's been some suggestions that Cameron would have insisted on a year to get his feet under the table and that contacts book updated. But hey ho, anyway. And there you have it. I need to get back to my meditations. It was from Sister Memsahib that I heard that Cameron had been appointed as Foreign Secretary, and I regret to say I used a number of very bad words, so therefore I must focus and concentrate to ensure that at some point in the future I too can step off of the wheel. It might take quite a bit of meditating after news like that. Chin chin, brothers and sisters. Namaste. Om. Om. Om.